Today's headlines. We select and share some of our stories from the week. Next, we have a special report on things that affect young people with a special look at MTV series Shuga. Trending Stories tells us what you think of Valentine's Day. And we have a snapshot of a bookshop as famous as it is old. Lots for you today on EL Reports. Hello and welcome to EL Reports. It's Valentine's Day. So in honor of the day, I'm going to start with a quote, very deep quote. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you simply without problems or pride. I love you in this way because I do not know any other way of loving but this, in which there is no I or you, so intimate that your hand upon my chest is my hand, so intimate that when I fall asleep, your eyes close. That's Pablo Neruda. Look, if you guys forgot your present, take that quote and just say it. Problem solved, I'm telling you. Alright then, while you're figuring that out, let's head straight on to the news roundup of the week. The week started on a congratulatory note with a report from Modern Ghana that the Royal Society of Chemistry in the United Kingdom has included Ghanaian scientist Dr. Sylvia Josephine Annie in the recent list of distinguished individuals who have been elevated as fellows of the society. Dr. Annie holds a patent for a compound she created at the University of Manchester for magnetic resonance imaging of the gastrointestinal tract. We then moved on to some more cheering news from the Zambesian that Tunisia is celebrating the adoption of a new constitution 3 years after the revolution. The constitution especially highlights Tunisia's positive development as the charter is widely regarded as being the most progressive in the region. South Africa was in the news a lot this week for sports. First, we shared the snippets that the South African Football Association is considering making a move for Nigerian Super Eagles head coach Stephen Keshi after the World Cup in Brazil. SAFA is looking for a credible and experienced trainer who can turn things around from the grassroots, just like Keshi has done with players from the Nigerian League. We were still catching our breath from that when we got the report that South Africa also plans to bid for both the Commonwealth and the Olympic Games holding in 2022 and 2024 respectively. While they consider the Commonwealth Games a plus, the Sports Minister of South Africa has made it clear that they consider the opportunity to host the Olympics the actual prize. Finally, Axe Generation, a not-for-profit organization that works with women and the girl child who have been traumatized or marginalized, especially in the areas of domestic violence and abuse, held an awareness and advocacy walk earlier today, calling for stricter measures for justice for survivors of domestic violence and abuse. The walk was part of activities for 1 Billion Rising for Justice, a worldwide event that takes place on the 14th of February every year. Now keep it locked on EL Reports for more of the scoop on that event. After the break, we have an EL special report for you. Don't go anywhere. Every so often, we have an EL Report special for you. Today is one of those days. Enjoy. Now, as you might know, Season 3 of the highly acclaimed youth-oriented drama Shuga has just come to an end. The MTV series approaches questions of life, love and reproductive health in the lives of young people and seeks to make a difference in how they approach these issues, offering real-life scenarios and relatable stories. So, what exactly do young people think about these issues? And can Shuga address the things that affect we young ones in a contemporary yet effective way?
You know, I think it's very, very important that the arts can come together and address issues that the society needs to hear. I don't think we need to just concentrate on entertaining people, which is great, but you also need to use that to address issues. There's some things that the government can't say that an artist can say, and it would influence the young generation. And I think that's the real reason why I really got involved in Shuga, because it's about sexual relation and sexual health, and it's something that is killing our youth, something that we all need to be aware of and educated on.
It's not one of those NGO drama series that's preaching, that's wagging its finger at you. It's very, very entertaining, and at the same time, it's dealing with very serious issues.
Now we've heard these opinions, let's listen to you. How can young people deal with growing up and the various choices that need to be made? How do you deal with your own real-life issues? Share your opinions on the EL Reports Facebook page. You know we love to hear from you.
Shuga, I could take care of you tonight, you know.
Right about now, we'll take a look at some of the most interesting topics on social media in the last week. Enjoy. Today on social media, we went around looking for the most interesting tweets on, you guessed it, Valentine's Day. Here were some of our faves. Nomsky N said, only thing worse than buying your lover flowers for Val's Day is buying the artificial type, cause it hurts more when she uses it to flug you. Speaking from experience. Rain LeGlass said, how many of you have ordered Valentine's gifts to be delivered to your office so you can act surprised by the existence of a secret admirer? Cindy P asked, Dear TL, how far for preparations? Special dish to wow him or her? Looking out for a new restaurant? Gibson call. Hashtag the tension Feb 14th is upon us. She's Boki is very pragmatic about the whole business. She said, someone should gift me a washing machine for Valentine's Day, Biko. Today your roses, flowers, chocolate and fancy dinner, Biko. We hear you guys. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day anyway. Like we say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and it is time for Snapshot Africa. Don't forget that if you have a picture of the Africa that you live in and you'd like to share it, send it in. We will be very glad to. Alright then, take a look. The CMS bookshop, located in Lagos State, Nigeria, is thought to be one of the oldest bookshops in the country. It has a reputation for being one of those places where you can find just about any book in the world. Today's picture is from Yinka Titiloye. Many thanks. Alright guys, it's time to keep calm. Now I've heard from some people that the keep calms are actually their favorite part of the entire show. That's wonderful. If you have one that you'd like to share, send it in. I'll read it out. Okay then, let's see. I'm sure you already kind of have an idea what I'm going to say. But let's see what we have to keep calm about for today. So you've bought the gifts, the cards or the flowers, you've made reservations for dinner or booked a trip, one of our locations I hope. You've planned everything and now all that's left for you is to enjoy the day. If you don't have someone special to spend today with, it's not a reason to feel bad. Like one of my friends said, I'm going to hug my mirror and remind myself of how wonderful I think I am. Sounds like a plan to me. We would like to ask you to keep calm and have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And that's it on today's lineup. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Now don't forget that this conversation continues on social media. So Twitter, Facebook, whatever you choose, we want to hear from you. We will be back with more of the best of Africa. Bye-bye.